Hi, everybody. So we are going to go into diets part 2, a little bit shorter than the other one, but I wanted to kind of go over 2 very, very popular ways to diet versus just those popular fad diets themselves, because we all know them, Atkins, Weight Watchers, keto, all of those things. So we have one is going to be the low calorie. This also normally means low carb. It means low fat. It's a severe calorie restriction where you're eating that 12, 13, 1400 calories a day versus your 2000 or more that most people need just generally without working out. So in doing that, you are putting your body into such a state of survival mode, saying, hey, I know that I can survive off of these things, and all of that energy from that food gets either stored or you'll see the weight loss, but it'll come back with a vengeance. So like a lot of people don't lose weight on it. They'll lose weight, they'll lose water weight, maybe, they'll stick with the low cal for 6 months. And what will happen is they'll always be thinking about food. It'll always be on their mind because they're hungry. And then when you go back to being like, okay, you know what, I'm going to eat the way I normally eat, you go overboard because your body hasn't had that food in a long time and your metabolism is so slowed down that you end up gaining all the way back and then some. This is what I see with a lot of yo-yo dieters. The up and downs versus the sustainable weight loss. And even when I was talking about reverse dieting earlier, doing that is only maybe 50 calories extra per week is what you start off with to bring yourself up, because in either extreme, going too low or too high, your body's going to freak out. And we need to get to that homeostasis first. So that's kind of low calorie. I'm not a fan of it. I'm more of a fan of a lower carb where all of your carbs are coming from fruits and vegetables versus coming from processed food items. Because honestly, with those, you can eat as many calories as you want and still find yourself losing weight and not have any insulin resistance. But I'll get more into that in March preview. Intermittent fasting is another one. This is another way to restrict calories, but it's in a way that seems like it's not disordered eating, which is exactly what it is. You are not eating between specific times of the day, only eating between like 8 hours or 6 hours or whatever it is. You can only eat so much food in 6 hours and 8 hours, right? Versus throughout the entire day. Our bodies and our digestive system, some of us can't digest those big meals. Sometimes that can be way too hard on your digestive system. You end up feeling super bloated, really gassy and constipated, or maybe diarrhea, whatever the other way is. And really it's just another way of restriction. It's a good way to learn your hunger cues if you don't know what those are. So like if you are a binge eater, it's a good way to learn, hey, this is me hungry. Okay, this is me satiated, this is me full, and this is me stuffed. So it's a good way to like try out for a few months and short term to learn those things about your body. Great. Otherwise, I would not recommend it long term. We still don't know any of the studies that were done. Like intermittent fasting is still very, very new in the health world. So we don't have the long 10, 20, 30-year studies that show what that does to our bodies over time. So it's just not something that I would recommend. If you are eating within an 8-hour window, make sure that you're still eating the normal amount of calories. So again, you're not doing the low cal and the intermittent fasting, which again, a lot of times people tend to do because you only have a short window of time. You're still eating that 2,000 plus calories. It just happens to be in an 8-hour window or a 6-hour window, or whatever the case may be, if that is something that you choose to do. I cannot make you do anything. So reminder also, calories are not bad. They're just a unit of measurement. Take away the emotional meaning behind it. It is just a unit of measurement. Once you start thinking about calories that way, it will do loads for your mental health. And just another reminder, remember that any diet that promises a quick fix has a list of like good and bad foods, or like don't eat this, only eat this in this specific amount. Those types of things are not the types of diet that you want to be on. They will encourage disordered eating patterns that will take years and years, if not your entire life, to fight those disordered eating patterns and heal from that and have your body heal from that, because that can also wreak havoc on your entire internal system. We want to aim for healthy lifestyle that is sustainable long term. No diets, just a healthy lifestyle that makes you able to do the things that you want to do and live a long life.